All right, sixth graders, this is to help you with that last question on the Math Mania, and I'm assuming a question similar to this on your actual assessment. It says most television shows use 15 minutes of every hour for commercials, leaving the remaining 45 minutes for the actual show. One popular television show wants to change the ratio of commercial time to show time to be 3:7. Okay. Create two ratio tables, one for the normal ratio of commercials to programming, and another for the proposed ratio of commercials to programming. Use the ratio tables to make a statement about which ratio would mean fewer commercials for viewers watching 2 hours of television. Wowza. Okay, so we have to make two ratio tables. So let's just do current, should I call it programming? Or scheduling of your TV shows, and what's the other one say? Like proposed? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Proposed programming. All right. This one's a wowza for me. All right. Most television shows use 15 minutes of every hour for commercials, leaving 45 minutes for the actual show. One popular television show wants to change that ratio. All right, so they're comparing commercial time to show time. Okay, so as I make my ratio table, I need to do commercial time to my show time. But then they also want your total viewing, right? They want the total viewing hours. Oh my gosh. Total viewing minutes. That'll be one table. Then they need a second table. I'm just going to shorten up my CT stands for commercial time. ST stands for the show time. And TT would stand for the total time. I have to tell you, we do very similar types of things at the 7th grade level, and when I see what you're expected to do at the 6th grade, I'm like, wait a minute, I pretty much expect the same out of my 7th graders. I gotta step it up for my 7th graders. All right, 15 minutes of every hour is for commercials. This is currently 15 minutes of every hour is for commercials. That leaves 45 minutes for showtime. 15 and 45 is the 60, the total hour. All right. Whew. They want to change commercial time to show time. Commercial time to show time to be 3:7. And we're trying to figure out, does that mean we're going to be doing more commercials, having to watch more commercials, or fewer commercials while we're watching our favorite TV shows? So it's 3 to 7, and the total time, 3 and 7, would be 10 minutes. Okay, so 3 out of every 10 minutes would be a commercial. Right now, 15 out of every 60 is a commercial. All right. And we have to get up to 2 hours of television under our total time. So 2 hours times 60 minutes would be 120 minutes. So eventually, and I don't know at this moment because I'm still trying to plan out in my mind how I'm going to go about this problem, but eventually in either table, both tables, we have to come up to 120 minutes of programming. So here, I know eventually I have to get up to 120 minutes of programming. I'm making a very short table. I don't know how many rows your teachers will expect to see, but because of time constraints and trying to just cut to the chase, I'm going to look here and I'm going to say, how do I get from 60 to 120? Oh, 60 times 2 is 120. So guess what I would do to my 45? 45 times 2 is 90, and 15 times 2 is 30. So I know in 2 hours of television, currently we'd watch 30 minutes of commercials. So currently, if I had 2 hours of television, I just want to shorten up my table a little. If I watch 2 hours of television, I'm getting 30 minutes of commercials. So for 2 hours of total viewing, this is currently 120 minutes of total viewing, I watch 30 minutes of commercials. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the proposed. So I'm going to just jump to the chase here because of time constraints, so I'm going to shorten up this table also. I'm literally making 2 rows in each table. So I have to get to 120. So right here I just say 10 times what is 120? Oh, 10 times 12 is 120. So then I do 7 times 12, and I would do 3 times 12. So 7 times 12. 2 times 7 is 14. Put down a 4, carry 1. 7 times 1 is 7, and 1 more is 8. So that means 84 minutes of show, and 3 times 12 would be 36. So that would be 36 minutes of commercials. I got to tell you, it's better for us if they leave the ratio as it is, because right now we get to watch 120 minutes of television and only have to watch 30 minutes of commercials. But here, the proposed is we get our 120 minutes of television, but now we got to watch more commercials, 36 minutes of commercials. So here, the proposed for 2 hours of total viewing I would have to watch 36 minutes of commercials. That's not better for me. As a consumer, that's worse. I want more of my show time. Use the ratios tables to make a statement of which ratio would mean fewer commercials for viewers. Okay, so the current programming would be fewer commercials for viewers. So the current programming is only 30 minutes worth of commercials. They want to bump it up to 36 minutes of commercials. So I've really kind of run out of room here on my slide. Current programming is better for fewer commercials for viewers. Current programming means fewer commercials for viewers. For viewers. Sorry that it's so messy. So I'm assuming that's something along the lines of what your teachers are looking for, and I'm pretty impressed with what the 6th graders have to do with ratios. In 7th grade, please remember all of this because you pretty much review the entire unit. All right, I hope that helps.